What's up, everybody? This is ESENTL Apparel. My name is James. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about two different style of transfers, two different companies, 613 Originals and Transfer Express. So we have a t-shirt that we're doing here, actually a few t-shirts that we're doing here, creating some custom golf club tees for an actual golf club. Here we've got 613 Originals, single color stretch transfers, and we've got the ever so popular ultra color soft full color digital transfers from Transfer Express. So we're going to be having full color on the back of the shirt, and then we're putting a single color chest logo on the front of the shirt. So this video here is going to be a three-part series. First, we're going to be talking about these two companies here, their shipping times, their quality, their packaging, just so that you can get an idea of what you're looking at in regards to transfers. These are two of the most popular companies that are out there in the transfer world. 613 has definitely come up big time in regards to their transfers, their quality, their customer service. So let's talk about them first. My experience with them so far has been pretty cool. I do like their customer service. Their customer service is pretty amazing. They're very friendly, very helpful, and one of the key things is they're easy to get a hold of. I didn't have a problem calling, actually talking to somebody and getting some questions answered. I didn't feel like it was annoying that I was asking some questions. That was a key thing for me. You know, it didn't sound like there were snobby people behind the phone who felt like you should know everything already and they really don't need to be talking to you. So that was cool in regards to their customer service. Now, one thing talking about 613 is they do have the ability to do full gang sheets, which again has been one of the many things I've talked about in regards to being able to be a print company, you know, working from, you know, a warehouse, working from home, working anywhere, being able to utilize as many designs as you can on one big huge sheet is a major plus. With this gang sheet here from 613 Originals, what I really appreciated about these particular ones, which is going to be causing me to do a lot more with them, is the fact that they're pretty big. These are 12.75 wide by 19 inches. Because at times, the width of my shirt designs, usually at a minimum, is no less than 12 inches. Okay, the fact that I can get 12.75, almost 13-inch designs here is pretty cool. I typically don't go over 13 inches anyways, because then you're just digging into the arms a little bit. You know, it might be cool if it's on the back of a shirt, you can go up to 14, in some cases even 15. But on the front of a shirt, I mean, 13, almost 13 inches, you know, is pretty good. I mean, at 12.75, you're only a small quarter inch away from 13. Close enough. As opposed to Transfer Express, which we'll get into in a minute, their width is max 11 and a half. So an 11 and a half inch design is really going to suck when you start getting into the big boy shirts where you've got extra large, 2XL, 3XL, on up. That design is going to look a lot tinier. Okay, if you've got designs smaller than 11 and a half, fantastic. But the drawback is at 12.75 inches wide, I can utilize the vertical space here a lot more. I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 designs on one sheet here utilizing 613. So great stuff with 613. I really admire the fact that you can do a 12.75 and have 19 inches of length to work with on your custom designs. Awesome. They have great kind of free artwork check. So if you create your design here and you put your artwork on it, they're going to give it a once over, mark all the stuff that they see wrong with it, and then they're going to submit it back to you in an email, say, hey, this is what we found on the artwork that needs to be fixed or changed. You resubmit the artwork, they look it over again. If it's good to go, they print. If it's not good to go, you're going to find out in another email. So they kind of look over your work, which is kind of cool. It tells me that as a company, they want to make sure that your artwork is to their standards, so that it looks the way they expect it to before they send it to you. I mean, they will charge you at 613 if you send in the artwork and you want them to correct the stuff. So if you want them to, if they find the mistakes and you want them to correct it, then they'll charge you to correct it. So enough about that. Let's talk about packaging with 613. This is where I feel they dropped the bomb big time. Really didn't like or appreciate the packaging. So they had these little UPS cutouts from a free UPS box. I'm assuming they have their shop. So they basically placed them on the transfers kind of like so. The box, so they had one here, one on the back, but still your transfers all along the bottom and top edges are totally exposed. The corners are totally exposed. They are wrapped in plastic, a very thin plastic, but this is what the packaging was right here. So very, you know, just a basic plastic, you know, poly bag, you know, that's totally engulfed in lots of clear tape. So this kind of sucked. I thought this was, in my opinion, extremely unprofessional coming from a transfer company. I don't know if this is their norm, you know, of what they do. You know, they seem to think that this little cutout here is going to protect, you know, 3/4 of the transfers, but the problem is your two ends and all your corners are totally exposed with this packaging right here. And you know, if you look at this corner over here, this corner has holes in it, rips from just probably UPS tossing this thing around like it was probably a football. So I really don't like or appreciate the packaging you get from 613. I think that's something they should work on, you know, but you know, how much does it cost for a box these days? I mean, you're spending $130 for transfers. The last thing I want to have to worry about is, are my transfers going to get to me safely after I've waited a week or two for my transfers? You know, last thing I would want is for my transfers to come to me ruined, and now I have to call and submit for that, and now the order has to be remade, and then again I have to worry if they're going to come and be, you know, protected again. So all my corners, not, you know, to say the least, all my corners on all my transfers are totally creased and curled and dinged up on all the corners. So obviously I don't think that's going to affect actually laying it down, but the fact that your transfers can get messed up from their packaging is not a good thing. So that's the only thing I'm going to say should be worked on with 613, or to expect with 613, is extremely subpar packaging. Also 613, their instructions are right here. Can you see that? So these are the instructions that you get. I mean, obviously it's straightforward, you know, and to the point. So it says stretch 325 degrees, 7 seconds, 60 psi, and it's a hot peel. So I do like the fact that, you know, these are a hot peel, 7 seconds. That's pretty good. The less, you know, heat you got to be putting on your shirt, the better. But yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward instructions. That's what you get in the box. And lastly, these all say from 613, shipping wise, it took about just under 2 weeks to get these transfers. You know, considering the fact that, you know, I screwed up when I submitted my artwork. There were 2 shirt tags that were on there that kept screwing up, because these transfers specifically aren't designed for shirt tags, because there's too much detail when it comes to shirt tags. They actually have a system on 613 where they actually do shirt tags using a different setup, more finer screens. These here, I think this was referred to as their varsity transfers. The screens are a little bit more open, so you can't get as much detail. So there were some points that were getting dinged on the shirt tags. Twice the artwork came back to me with mistakes. Finally, I said, screw it. I don't want to deal with this crap. We just took them out. I took them out completely. I added 2 more chest logos and called it a day. And then the artwork went through quick. Once the artwork was good to go. It only took about a week for them to get these done. So between it took about, let's say, I would say maybe start to finish, maybe a week and a half total, you know, to get all this taken care of, considering the amount of orders that they had to deal with. Let's go ahead and get to pressing these two particular transfers. So this isn't a battles thing, because I think these transfers are just as great as Transfer Express. You know, they both have, you know, all the different varieties of transfers, from full color to, you know, single color to stretch designs. Same thing with Transfer Express. They have full digital, they have screen print transfers, they have stretch transfers. You know, they have so many transfers over here at Stalls. And then I've noticed 613, they have a good variety. Not as much as Stalls, but they have a very good variety of transfers over here. The only drawback I did not like in regards to the stretch transfers is that they were extremely limited on the colors you can choose from that were free for the stretch transfers. The regular transfers, which are non-stretch, seem like there was a bigger variety of colors you can choose from. And the fact that if they've got to mix a custom color for you, if you did need a custom, like say if you were going stretch transfers and you needed a custom turquoise, they ain't gonna have that. So they've got to custom mix it. They're charging you over 30 bucks just to mix a custom color for you, which I thought was extremely expensive, versus Transfer Express. When I had a custom color done, I think it was a warm gray. It was only like 8 bucks for them to do that. So a lot cheaper over here versus almost well over $30 to mix a custom color over here. So part one, we're going to be pressing the 613 stretch transfers, and in part two, well, no, this is part one. Part two will be that. Part three will be the Ultra Color Soft. For those that have always been curious about the Ultra Color Soft transfers, we'll be pressing those in part three. Part two will be 613 hot peel, cold peel, start to finish. We'll have complete shirts for the clients. Any questions, any thoughts about any of this stuff, throw it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to get back to you. If I don't get back to you soon, just post again and say, hey, answer me. No, but I'll be sure to get back to you. So here we go. I'll catch you in the next videos. Like, subscribe. You know the deal. I'm always telling you guys, we need to grow this channel. We need to get this stuff out there. What's going to help that happen? You guys hitting the like button. I personally have made it a habit of every video that I watch now that I get some type of good information out, whether you're a newbie or you're a new guy. If I like the video and I'm getting the information I need to, I'm going to like your video. I'm making it a habit to make sure I like your video so that we tell YouTube, this is a great video. This content needs to be out there. So if this content helps you guys and you feel it needs to get out there, hit the like button, helps the algorithm. So there it is. Catch you in the next video. My name is James, and I'm out, you guys. Later.